Today we are going to talk about adjectives. Well, let's start at the beginning. What is an adjective? Oh, that's a great question. You may have heard that word before. What is an adjective? Well, this might sound a little weird, but in order to know what an adjective is, you have to understand what a noun is. And remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. A person like a doctor, or a place like a bookstore, or a thing like a desk. If it's a person, place, or thing, it's a word that's a noun. Well, here's where adjectives come in. Adjectives describe nouns. Adjectives are words that tell us more about nouns. So let's look at some adjectives for these nouns that we shared. The doctor, the bookstore, and the desk. The doctor. Two adjectives we could use to describe this doctor are tall and smart. Tall and smart describe this doctor, and the doctor is the noun. Remember, bookstore is a noun too. It's a place. What are two adjectives that we could use? Well, one adjective could be the word fancy. This looks like a pretty fancy little bookstore. And it also looks like it could be friendly. Friendly is another adjective we could use to describe this bookstore. Fancy and friendly are adjectives. They describe the noun. Well, what about this desk? Well, two adjectives that could describe this desk are clean and tan. Clean because you can see it's not a dirty desk. And also tan because that's the color of the desk. That describes the color of the desk. This is a tan desk. Tan and clean are adjectives. They're describing the nouns. All of these words you see are adjectives. Tall, smart, fancy, friendly, clean, and tan. Adjectives are pretty fun. All you have to remember is adjectives describe nouns. Now let's practice using adjectives to describe nouns. Look at this picture. These girls. How would we describe these girls? Well, some adjectives we could use the adjective happy. They look pretty happy. Look at those big smiles. What else would describe them? Do they look clean or do they look messy? Yeah, they look pretty messy. Messy is another adjective. Happy and messy describe these girls. That was a pretty good job. Now let's look at this picture. What are two adjectives we could use to describe this Lego toy? Well, he looks a little angry, doesn't he? Angry describes him. That means angry could be a good adjective. What's another adjective? Is this toy very big? Look at this toy compared to the grass. This toy is pretty tiny. Tiny describes the toy in this picture. So the two adjectives we could use are angry and tiny. They describe the noun. Wow, look at this picture. Look at all these trees. How would we describe these trees? What are some adjectives we could use to talk about these trees? Well, these trees are tall, aren't they? They seem to reach all the way up to the sky, it looks like from this picture. They are very tall. Something else about these trees, and we can tell this because of just how tall they are, they must be very old as well. These are old trees. These aren't young little saplings. These trees are tall and old. Tall and old are adjectives describing the trees. Oh wow, look at this picture. How would we describe the water in this picture? If the water is a noun, it's a thing, what are some adjectives we could use to describe it? Well, one of the first things we know about water is that it is wet, right? Whenever you get in water, you become wet because water is wet. That's an adjective we could use, right? What's another adjective we could use? Look at the color. What is the color of the water? Yeah, blue. Wet and blue are adjectives describing the water. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Alright, that was pretty cool. Now let's play the adjective game and find out how much you really learned. Okay, so here's how the game works. We're going to show you a sentence, and you tell us which word is the adjective. It's kind of like a game where you hunt and find the adjective in the sentence. Let's get started. So here's the first one. The sentence says, he ran to the old store. Which word is the adjective? Remember, adjectives describe nouns. Which word is the descriptive word? Yeah, old. Old is the adjective. Awesome job. Here's the next one. The quick fox got away. Wonder which word is the adjective? Huh. Can you spot the adjective? Uh-huh. The word quick. Quick is the adjective. Quick is describing the fox. Quick is another word for fast. This is a quick fox that got away. Good job. Look at this one. It says he wanted to buy a new car. I think you might be getting the hang of it. Which word is the adjective? Yeah, the adjective is the word new, because new is describing the noun car. Great job. New is the adjective. Okay, here's our last one. The birds flew past the big building. Oh, it's a long sentence. Can you pick out the adjective? The birds flew past the big building. Which word is the adjective? All right, big, yes. And why is big the adjective? Uh-huh. It describes the noun building. It's describing a noun. It's an adjective. Awesome job. Alright, that was a great time, wasn't it? I mean, adjectives are so much fun. It's the way that we describe nouns. And right now, I'm hungry. That's an adjective. I'm describing myself. And look at that cake on that table. I wonder what are in those silver bins. I bet there's some really yummy food in there. Better go, but remember, you can use adjectives anytime. They're just words that describe nouns. We hope to see you next time.